thank you for this day and the city in which we live. Guide us this afternoon as we make our decisions. In Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, this is the March the 25th, 2020 special call meeting of the Newnan City Council. We have one piece of new business to come before us today. Before we take up that business, I've got a statement I'd like to read. As we all know, things are changing on a daily basis. The ordinance we have before us is different from the one that was published yesterday. While the safety and welfare of our citizens is the city's highest priority, there are real economic costs that is being felt by our citizens and businesses across our city. Our goal is to give consideration to both. Therefore, the document we have for consideration today closes those businesses by the nature of the service they provide, cannot create social distancing. We have replaced the section that names the essential services business section with the section that calls out those business closures. Many of our businesses have adopted and instituted social distancing measures. We applaud their efforts. This ordinance sets out social distancing guidelines for all businesses that remain open to the public. We strongly encourage all businesses to adhere to the guidelines. We strongly encourage all businesses that can function by having their employees work from home to do so as soon as possible. No employee should be forced to be exposed to a workplace when working at home is possible. Yesterday, there was an erroneous press release from the District 4 Department of Public Health that said there were 31 confirmed COVID-19 cases in Coweta. That report was made by human error. The confirmed cases in Coweta remain at 10. Yet the number of confirmed cases do not need to be exponentially increased for us to urge everyone to take a serious approach to this virus. So we are asking everyone, regardless of age, who have not yet recognized the seriousness of this illness to understand how irresponsible actions on the part of citizens and business owners jeopardizes your health and the health of your friends and family members. Be diligent, stay at home, and unless it's absolutely necessary to leave, wash your hands, and above all, listen to the advice of the health officials. The end date of this ordinance is April the 8th at midnight. We will continue to monitor the community's confirmed cases on a daily basis and will take actions as deemed necessary. It is our wish and prayer that all of our citizens stay safe by adhering to healthcare guidelines and by respecting those around you. God bless you and God bless the city of Newnan. Now, the one business that we have on the agenda today is a consideration of an ordinance for the taking of additional emergency measures and renewed declarations of a state emergency related to COVID-19. As I have just stated, the one that was released yesterday, we changed this morning, and the one you have before you, actually have two before you. The one that you have before you, though, that we're considering today is...
I'm having a hard time hearing Keith. I'm sorry.
Okay, I don't know where you want me to start over.
No, just go ahead, but if you can get it where I hear the rattling of papers, and I just can't understand everything you say. I have a general idea.
Okay, I'm pulling the microphone closer. Is that better?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, what we're doing, Rose, is considering the ordinance. And
okay. That's much better.
Okay. And I'm going to ask the council if they have any questions of staff for clarification of what the ordinance does or how we came about where we are. So, council, including you, Rose.
Okay.
Anyone?
So, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Section 3, limitations on gatherings. The 10 people, the first sentence, all public or private gatherings of more than 10 people occurring outside the household or living unit are prohibited. Just to ensure that that does not include families and family units and extended family.
Council member, I believe that was the intent and therefore the inclusion of a household or living unit.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions for clarification?
And it's my
One
understanding.
thing on the business, I have a question. Okay, well, you said not more than 10 people. That includes the people that work there?
So section 6.
Councilmember Shell, just for clarification, you are referring to section 6.
Right.
Okay.
Establishment's not covered in section 5.
Yes,
That means the total number of people in that business is 10.
only if they cannot, the way our ordinance is currently written is they must abide by social distancing measures to maintain at least 6 feet of personal distance. If they cannot abide by that, then their maximum number allowed of people would be 10. So that 10
Oh, okay.
would
I
only
got you.
kick in if they cannot abide by the 6-foot distance requirements. Again, that was
All right,
taken.
that's fine.
That was taken from the Georgia Municipal Association model ordinance.
Okay.
So just for clarification, that for like the larger stores that have a large floor plan, they can have more than 10 people as long as people can maintain the 6 feet.
Yes, that would be correct. They need to implement those social distancing, personal distance measures, whatever you would like to refer it as, so that they can maintain the 6 feet minimum. Yes, they should have plenty of floor space at those places such as the Publix and the Targets, et cetera, to be able to comply with that.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes, sir. On section 5, the highlighted area where it talks about, at the very end, it's highlighted in yellow, probably the last sentence, that involves prolonged physical proximity of individuals and any facility used for entertainment, social, grooming. When I think of grooming, I'm thinking of hair salons, barbershops, but I don't think this includes pet grooming, being that there's no one there except the one individual who's a groomer.
That's correct, sir. It does not include pet grooming.
Okay.
No, I mean,
Thank you.
as the public health officials have not shown evidence that this
Correct.
COVID-19 can be transmitted between humans and
Correct.
animals.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
One quick one. On section 7, the first sentence there, the governing body of the city requests that all persons within the city consider voluntarily sheltering at home and not leaving their homes except as follows, and then continuing on. Consideration of possibly changing the wording to the governing body of the city requests that all medically susceptible or medically fragile, or the terminology, because the point isn't to quarantine people that are healthy, because later on in here it talks about allowing families and folks getting out for exercise and activities.
I think we need to capture the entire universe of people, as in the word persons, and not just those who are medically fragile. I mean, who's to say who that is? I mean,
That's something where they'd be kind of left on their own,
Right.
you know, and their doctors to tell them, hey, if you are on immune suppressants, or if you're on, you know, recently had the chemotherapy, you know, you're one of those populations that's susceptible or potentially.
Would it be safe to say it then addressed in the governor's ordinance related to people staying home? That's part of my understanding, and when the governor put it out, was identified specifically if you're under treatment, et cetera. Is that what you're saying? That's my understanding?
I would hope it would be safe to say that it's common sense for those people
Right.
who are medically fragile not to go out, but maybe not for just anyone to just go out to socialize.
Well,
We're
what I'm
asking
saying is
people-
it's already covered in
That's right.
the governor's,
Ms. Jenkins?
The only thing I have to say about this is I'm going to support this as it is, so that we can move forward with some sort of measures to curb the spread of this disease that is overwhelming our medical care system. You know, I would prefer something stronger, but I know that this body does not feel the same way that I do. But any attempts to make this any weaker, I think, are defeating the purpose. The purpose is to try to get people to understand the seriousness of this and the fact that the fewer people that travel around and get out and about in our community, the slower this thing gets, so that we can slow the spread and make it more manageable for our healthcare system. I mean, there are doctors and nurses and ER doctors and various others that I've talked with over this last week that are dealing with this. And all they keep saying is, please tell people to stay home so that they can manage this. So I appreciate it if we could support this, not try to weaken it anymore. I understand the issues that we ran into with the closures of businesses and trying to determine what's essential and what's not essential. I understand that. But I fear that if we don't do something, as a matter of fact, it's not even a fear, it's based on the data points. This is simple trends analysis. This is where it's headed if we don't change our behaviors. This is a math problem, and I like math, and I can tell you that this math problem does not end very well if we don't change. So, if you're ready for a motion, I'll support it.
Maybe if I could just have a moment.
Sure.
It just kind of, that kind of contradicts point E, personal and family activities such as walking, jogging, and cycling. Again, those activities to get people outside to get some fresh air and sunshine, which is good for the body. Anyway, just making that comment.
Okay. I am ready for a motion.
Then I'll make a motion that we approve this ordinance as presented.
Second.
Motion is second. Okay, we've had a chance for discussion, actually, and questions of clarification. Is there anything else? Okay, then I'll call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Thank you, Rose. Opposed? Motion carried unanimously, so it is adopted. We appreciate it very much. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Keith,
Aye.
Keith.
Aye. Opposed? Rose? Rose?
I'm sorry, Keith, I wanted to say something publicly.
Okay, go ahead. I've got,
Well, I just hope if anybody that's in the public can hear this, I do want them to keep sending us emails and texts about things that are happening and they have questions. Also, when they hear rumors, especially on social media, please don't assume that's always true without checking with a government agency, CDC's website, somewhere like that. Because I've had so many rumors that have come to me, I said, that's not true. And people just take anything they hear on social media as fact, and it's just really confusing to some other people who are trying to keep up honestly with stuff. So anything the public can do to verify something before they repeat it would be much better than what we're doing now.
thank you, Rose. Okay, I do have a motion and a second on adjournment. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Rose.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you.
We're adjourned.
Later.
Thank you.
Later. Are you